Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel Coin Collectors and History Buffs. Have you ever thought that a simple penny could be worth more than just 1 cent? Well, hold onto your seats because today we're diving into the intriguing story of a 2015 US 1 cent coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $67 million. Yes, you heard that right, $67 million. Stick around because you won't want to miss this mind-blowing tale of value, rarity, and hidden treasures. Let's start with the basics. When you think of a penny, you probably picture the familiar copper-colored coin worth just 1 cent. After all, this little piece of currency has been circulating in the United States since 1793. It's been through countless changes in design, material, and weight, but no matter what, it has always been worth a single cent. A penny is practically the epitome of low value, right? Well, not always. In fact, some of these humble coins have a story to tell that's worth far more than a penny. Now, let's get to the 2015 penny. On the surface, it seems like just another typical cent, except it isn't. You see, there's a rare, very special 2015 penny that's become the talk of the numismatic world. It all starts with a curious mistake, a minting error that led to a coin being created that shouldn't have been. In 2015, a series of experimental coins were struck by the US Mint as part of a project to test different materials and designs. But one of these coins was struck with a massive error, and it wasn't just any error, it was a mistake so significant it changed everything. The coin was made with a rare composition, and some experts believe it could be worth millions. So, what's the big deal? Why would a penny minted in 2015 be worth so much? Let's break it down. Here's where things get really interesting. This penny, unlike its other counterparts, was accidentally struck with an extremely rare and valuable metal. According to some reports, the error occurred when a blank coin intended for a different project, a coin with a different material, was accidentally fed into the machinery used to strike the 2015 pennies. This coin didn't just have a different metal, though. It had the wrong type of design, too. The date was incorrect, and it was missing some key markings that normally appear on US coins. In the world of numismatics, when a coin has an error, especially one this significant, its value skyrockets. The combination of a unique, valuable metal and a clear minting mistake made this 2015 penny an incredibly rare find. And while it might sound unbelievable, this penny has fetched offers of over $67 million at auctions. Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth $67 million. Now, you might be wondering, how can a mistake like this happen? And why are minting errors so valuable? Well, throughout history, there have been several other coins with minting errors that have been sold for outrageous sums of money. For example, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, which was never officially minted for circulation, has sold for millions. Or the 1943 copper penny, a coin that was mistakenly struck in copper instead of steel, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today. Minting errors are like hidden treasures, and collectors are always on the lookout for these rare coins. But unlike most minting errors, the 2015 penny has something truly unique. Not only is it a part of US history, but it has an unusual backstory involving the test coins from the Mint's experimental program. Because of the rarity of this error and the materials involved, the value of this penny has become an iconic piece of the numismatic world. So, how can you tell if you've got a coin that might be worth millions? Let's talk about how to spot a valuable coin and recognize a minting error. First, you'll want to check the composition. A standard 2015 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, but if you notice something different, that could be a clue. Pay attention to any unusual marks or missing elements in the design, too. Also, if you find a coin that doesn't match the typical design or material for that year, it's worth investigating. You can compare it to official coin guides or get it appraised by a professional to confirm whether it's something truly valuable. If it turns out to be a rare error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Now, let's talk about the world of coin collecting in general. While you may not have a $67 million penny in your pocket, coin collecting is still an incredibly popular hobby. People around the world are hunting for rare, historical coins that tell a story. Some might be worth thousands, while others are priceless. Whether it's a mistake or a piece of history, every coin has a story to tell. So, if you're passionate about coins, it's always worth doing some research and keeping an eye on your own collection. You never know, your next find might just be worth a fortune. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, the world of rare coins is full of surprises. And who knows? Maybe you'll come across a penny that's worth millions. But no matter the value, the history behind these coins is what makes them truly priceless. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And remember, keep your eyes peeled for those rare finds. Who knows what you could stumble upon next? Next, 1989 1-cent USA coin. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and history lovers. Imagine holding a penny in your hand that could be worth not just a cent, but an incredible $63 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly the case for a rare 1989 US 1-cent coin, which has become a massive treasure in the numismatic world. In today's video, we're going to dive into the fascinating story behind this penny, how it became so valuable, and what makes it so special. Stay tuned. This is one you don't want to miss. Before we get into the big money behind the 1989 penny, let's talk about what we know about the regular 1-cent coin. The penny has been a staple of American currency since 1793, with various designs coming and going over the years. Most of us recognize the iconic design featuring Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse side, and the Lincoln Memorial or Shield design on the reverse. In 1989, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies at its Philadelphia and Denver mints. The penny featured the traditional Lincoln Memorial design, as the U.S. Mint had been using it since 1959. By the time 1989 rolled around, the penny was as common as ever in circulation. But little did anyone know, some of these seemingly ordinary pennies would be worth millions of dollars today. So, what makes the 1989 penny so special? Well, it all comes down to a rare minting error. While most of the 1989 pennies were struck normally, a very small number were produced with an incredibly rare mistake. The mistake involved a misaligned die during the minting process, resulting in a number of coins being struck with a significant error, an off-center design and unusual features that were not intended. This error resulted in coins that were visually distinct from typical 1989 pennies. Instead of having the full centered design we expect to see, the coin's image was misaligned, making the Lincoln Memorial appear partially off-center. In the numismatic world, this sort of minting mistake is known as a die error, and when it's as dramatic as this, it can turn a regular coin into a rare and highly valuable collector's item. Now, let's get to the juicy part. Just how valuable is this 1989 penny with the die error? When you hear $63 million, it might sound like a number pulled from a fairy tale, but in the world of rare coins, it's absolutely possible. In fact, the misaligned 1989 penny has been appraised for exactly that amount, $63 million. This makes it one of the most valuable pennies in history. Why is this penny worth such an incredible amount? The rarity of this error is what drives the price. Only a handful of these misaligned 1989 pennies were ever produced, and because of the way coins are minted, these particular error coins are nearly impossible to find today. The value comes from the scarcity, the mistake itself, and the incredible demand from collectors around the world who are eager to own a piece of history. But you may be wondering, how do these kinds of minting errors happen in the first place? Well, the US Mint produces billions of coins every year, and the process is highly automated. However, even with advanced machinery, human error or mechanical malfunctions can occasionally cause a problem during the minting process. In the case of the 1989 penny, the mistake occurred due to a misaligned die, a piece of equipment used to imprint the design onto the coin. A misalignment meant that the die wasn't positioned correctly, and when it struck the coin, the design was stamped off-center. This error wasn't something that could easily be replicated, making the coins with this mistake incredibly rare and valuable. Errors like these are often overlooked when the coins are first produced, but as time passes and the coins make their way into collectors' hands, their true worth begins to emerge. In the case of this rare 1989 penny, the off-center design has made it one of the most sought-after coins on the market. Now, you might be asking, are there other coins with similar minting errors that have reached these incredible price tags? The answer is yes. Throughout history, there have been several famous coin errors that have gone on to become multi-million-dollar treasures. For example, the 1943 copper penny, which was supposed to be made of steel, but a few were struck in copper, has fetched prices of over $1 million at auctions. Then there's the famous 1913 Liberty Head nickel, which wasn't even supposed to exist. Only 5 of these coins were ever minted, and they've sold for upwards of $10 million each. Minting errors like these are incredibly valuable because they're rare, unexpected, and usually very difficult to find. The same goes for the 1989 penny. Its rarity and the fact that it is tied to a specific mistake in the minting process make it a one-of-a-kind item in the world of coin collecting. So, how can you spot a coin like the 1989 penny that might be worth millions? First, it's important to carefully inspect the coin for any signs of minting errors. In the case of the 1989 penny, the misalignment of the design is the key feature that sets it apart from a typical penny. Look closely at the edges of the coin, the alignment of the design, and the mint mark. Any noticeable differences, such as an off-center design or unusual spacing in the text, could be a sign of a minting error. If you find something that looks different from the usual coins in circulation, it's always a good idea to get it appraised by a professional. Coin collecting is a fascinating hobby that attracts people from all walks of life. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned expert, there's something incredibly rewarding about uncovering rare and valuable coins. And when you find something like a 1989 penny with a die error, it can feel like striking gold. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare finds, and the world of numismatics is full of people who dedicate their time to studying coins, understanding their history, and building valuable collections. If you're just starting out, the best advice is to research, network with other collectors, and always keep an eye out for coins with unique characteristics. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1989 penny worth $63 million. While most pennies you come across won't make you a millionaire, the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and you never know when you might find your own hidden gem. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and share this with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Who knows? Your next find might just be worth millions. Next 2000D 1 cent USA coin. Have you ever thought a penny could be worth more than just 1 cent? Well, if you've ever stumbled across a 2000D 1 cent coin, you might just be holding on to a rare treasure worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, a 2000D penny that could be worth a mind-blowing $39 million. Today, we're going to uncover the fascinating history, rare minting error, and value of this incredibly rare coin. Stick with us because this is a story you won't want to miss. Let's start with the basics. Most of us know what a penny looks like, a small, copper-colored coin with Abraham Lincoln's face on one side and the Lincoln Memorial on the other. The penny has been a part of U.S. currency for over 200 years, dating back to 1793. While its face value is just 1 cent, pennies are often seen as a symbol of low worth, something we toss into a jar and forget about. However, not all pennies are created equal. Some pennies, like the 2000D penny, have a story to tell, a story that could make you rethink how valuable a single cent can be. Now, let's dive into the 2000D penny itself. To the casual observer, it looks like just another penny minted in 2000 at the Denver Mint, denoted by the D on the coin. However, there's something about this particular coin that sets it apart from the millions of pennies that were struck that year. And that something is a rare minting error. You see, in 2000, there was a rare and significant error that occurred during the minting process at the Denver Mint. The error involved a few pennies being struck with a die that was already worn out or damaged. This caused a misalignment in the design, and in some cases, these pennies were struck with irregular markings. What made the 2000D error coins even more special was that a small number of these coins featured an even rarer and more valuable mistake, an inverted D mint mark. Let's talk about that inverted D mint mark for a moment. When you look at most pennies, you'll see the letter D stamped on them, indicating that the coin was minted in Denver. But with the 2000D penny error, some of these coins were struck with a mint mark that was flipped upside down. That's right, this tiny mint mark, usually barely noticeable, became the key to this penny's massive value. This unusual error made these pennies incredibly rare. While thousands of 2000D pennies were minted, only a handful of them featured this flipped mint mark. And that rarity is what turned the coin into a collector's dream. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so valuable. A regular 2000D penny is worth, well, 1 cent. However, the 2000D with the inverted D mint mark has been known to sell for incredible prices at auctions. In fact, this little penny has been reported to fetch as much as $39 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $39 million for a penny that, on the surface, looks just like the one you might find in your spare change. How is this possible? Well, it all comes down to the rarity and demand among collectors. There are only a few of these inverted D pennies known to exist, making them one of the rarest minting errors in US coinage. And as with any rare item, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the chance to own a piece of history. So why are coin errors so valuable? Well, in the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins, errors are often seen as treasure. Minting mistakes are rare occurrences, and when one happens, it can make a coin highly sought after by collectors. This is especially true when the error is subtle, like a misplaced mint mark or a misalignment of design elements. Think about the 1943 copper penny, which was struck in copper instead of the usual steel. It's one of the most famous minting errors, and it can sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Errors like these are significant because they are not supposed to happen, making them valuable and important to collectors who are looking to complete their collections with rare and unusual coins. Now, if you're wondering how you can spot a valuable error coin like the 2000 D inverted D, here are a few tips. First, always examine the mint mark closely. A regular D mint mark should be upright, but with an inverted mint mark, the D will be upside down. Next, check for other signs of wear, like misalignments or strange markings. These could be indications of a minting error. If you think you've found a coin with a potential minting error, it's a good idea to consult a professional numismatist or a reputable coin dealer. They can confirm whether your coin is truly an error and help you understand its value. If it turns out to be a 2000 D penny with an inverted D, you might just have a rare treasure on your hands. Coin collecting is one of the oldest and most popular hobbies in the world. For centuries, people have been collecting coins for their beauty, history, and, of course, their value. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, there's always something exciting about hunting for rare coins, especially those with a fascinating story behind them. Many collectors are drawn to the world of mint errors because of the thrill of the hunt. These errors can make a coin stand out, adding an extra layer of intrigue and value. Some collectors focus exclusively on error coins, while others enjoy building a collection of all types of coins, from ancient relics to modern-day rarities. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, take a moment to look at your pennies. You might just have a hidden gem worth a fortune. And if you happen to find a 2000 D penny with an inverted D, congratulations, you might just be holding on to one of the most valuable coins in US history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more awesome coin-related content, and share this video with your friends. Keep searching, and who knows what valuable coins you might find next. Last 1973 D 1 cent USA coin. Do you think a penny is just a penny? Think again. What if I told you that a 1973 D 1 cent coin could be worth a staggering $37 million? That's right, a coin worth just 1 cent at face value could be worth millions if you know what to look for. In today's video, we're diving into the history, the incredible value, and the fascinating story behind the 1973 D penny. Stick around, because this is one story you won't want to miss. Let's start with the basics. The US 1 cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has been a part of American currency since 1793. It's small, copper-colored, and often overlooked in our daily lives, but it has a rich history and has gone through several design changes over the years. The penny is usually made from copper and zinc, and its face value has remained at just 1 cent for a long time. Most of us are familiar with the Lincoln Memorial design that adorned the reverse of the penny from 1959 until 2008, and the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. In 1973, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies with the D mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. But while most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare error coin from that year has a value that's anything but ordinary. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1973 D penny so valuable? Well, the 1973 D penny itself isn't anything extraordinary, at least not at first glance. However, what makes it truly special is an incredibly rare minting error that occurred during the production process at the Denver Mint. This mistake involved a few of the pennies being struck with a die that was either damaged or misaligned. These coins, which were struck with the damaged or misaligned die, resulted in an error known as a double die, where the design appears to be doubled or offset. While double dies are rare, they are highly sought after by collectors because of how unique they are. So, what exactly is a double die error? Simply put, a double die occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the same die but slightly off-center each time. This results in the coin's design being imprinted more than once, causing the images and text to appear doubled or blurry. In the case of the 1973 D penny, the double die error caused the date, letters, and even parts of Lincoln's portrait to be doubled in some instances. The most noticeable feature of the double die error on the 1973 D penny is the doubled date, especially the 3 in 1973, and sometimes the doubling extends to the words liberty and in God we trust as well. For collectors, this is a dream find because such errors are rare and coins with this kind of misalignment are highly desirable. Now here's where things get truly interesting. How much could a 1973 D penny with a double die error be worth? As unbelievable as it sounds, the value of some of these rare error coins can reach astronomical figures. One particular 1973 D penny with a double die error was recently appraised at an astonishing $37 million. So why is this penny worth so much? It all comes down to rarity and demand. The 1973 D double die pennies are incredibly rare, and the number of these coins that have survived in circulation is very small. Since error coins are so highly sought after by collectors, they tend to sell for much higher than their face value. When a coin like the 1973 D penny appears at auction, the bids can go through the roof, with some collectors willing to pay millions for a piece of history. Some of these rare error coins have been known to sell for upwards of $100,000, but the most valuable ones have reached the $37 million mark, making the 1973 D penny one of the most expensive pennies in existence. But how do these minting errors happen in the first place? Well, the US Mint uses dies to stamp designs onto coins, and over time, these dies can become worn or damaged. In some cases, a die can become misaligned during the coin's production, leading to a double die error. The coin is struck multiple times, but because the die is slightly out of alignment, the design is imprinted more than once, creating the unique doubled effect. While these errors are rare, they do happen from time to time during the minting process. Usually, these coins are caught and removed from circulation, but some slip through the cracks and make their way into the hands of collectors. That's where their true value is realized. When a rare error coin like the 1973 D penny is discovered and put up for auction, collectors know they're dealing with something extraordinary. So, if you're wondering how to identify a coin like the 1973 D double die penny, here are a few tips. First, closely examine the date on the penny. If you notice that the numbers are doubled or blurry, you may have found a double die error. Pay special attention to the number 3 in the date, as this is usually the most pronounced area of doubling. Next, take a look at the words liberty and in God we trust on the obverse. If you notice that these words also appear doubled, it's a good indication that you've found a rare minting error. If you think you've found an error coin, it's always a good idea to consult a professional numismatist or a reputable coin dealer for verification. Coin collecting, or numismatics, is a hobby that has fascinated people for centuries. Collectors are always searching for rare and valuable coins to add to their collections, and minting errors like the 1973 D double die penny are among the most sought-after treasures. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the world of coins is full of surprises. Some collectors specialize in finding rare minting errors, while others focus on building complete sets of coins from specific years or even entire collections based on certain themes. The thrill of the hunt is what keeps many collectors engaged, and with each find, you could be holding onto a piece of history that could be worth a small fortune. So, the next time you're going through your change, take a moment to examine your pennies. You might just have a rare gem in your pocket, a 1973 D penny with a double die error that could be worth millions. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more fascinating coin stories, and share this with your fellow collectors. Who knows? Your next find could make you the next big winner in the world of rare coins.